so cool, so I really want them.
Right? Dude.
Those are sick too. Please,
Yeah.
more than one.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, I believe we exist in two worlds simultaneously, always. The real world and the virtual world. This conversation, because I turned this on, we're having a one-on-one conversation. I can put it out to my podcast, on my blog, on all my social channels, and 1 million people can watch it. Right?
Yeah, so I understand the two worlds at once.
Right?
Yeah.
So I believe our society, because of these two worlds, we've never captured the true value of time. Because in the real world, to talk to 1 million people, you have to put on an Eras Tour type event. But in the virtual world, I put on some silly glasses, hit record, upload it, and 1 million people can hear my message with me doing basically nothing. And so my blog is owned by my holding company. So my holding company is designed to be an ESOP, which stands for an Employee Stock Ownership Plan. And so the goal is to get it adopted into Service Experts and then do an IPO with 30% of the company. And 51% of the company is owned by every employee within Service Experts and every client that works with us. It's called America's Holding Company, and then 19% of it is owned by 9 people, a board of directors. That board of directors controls the asset. And this, I think, is how our tax system should work. So this is my personal, we're selling HVAC as a service at Service Experts. That's what I do in the real world. In the virtual world, I sell tax strategy as a service. So think about the Maintenance Plus program. They charge $15. I call mine the annual Christmas ornament subscription program. I charge $27 a month. And so for that, people get ownership in the company I'm creating. They don't get the glasses. They don't get access to my mailing list or my social media channels, but they get ownership of all the revenue they help create and all the revenue we drive. And so essentially my blog is a giant affiliate marketing company. It's designed to go public because at the end of the day, you can never go back in time. And so I developed this all around replacing Social Security. If we had to decide how to divide the pie better, because you pay into Social Security right now, right? So do I. I have no idea how it works. I know it doesn't benefit me for another 40 years, right? But they're taking my money today. I should get ownership of the machine I'm paying into that I can take to a bank and leverage for a loan, that I could sell on the stock market. Like, all it is, everything I'm trying to do has already been created. I just have to sell the idea. And
So, first off, what have I been doing with my free time other than dawdling and not thinking as deeply into things as I should? Okay, so where to start? So the replacing of Social Security and using, well, actually, let's go reverse chronological order. Being able to leverage your stake in the machine that is responsible for divvying out Social Security. How, well, isn't that machine essentially like federal proprietary information as to how it
that
does
one
operate?
is.
Yeah, so
That one is.
so
But
for yours, it would be less, behind curtains and more public-facing ownership for.
I literally an hour ago posted this week's financials, ownership, everything on X. I post it every Friday because my goal, the true value of time has never been captured. So what you do, a company is a box designed to collect and monetize time, period. Doesn't matter what they do, They're trying to get someone's time.
So far, a company is a box intending to collect and monetize time.
That's it. Time is the true currency in the world. Everything else is meaningless because everything else is dependent on the perspective of the buyer and seller in that moment of time. Right?
I think that time is, if we are like to appraise the value of, I suppose, I don't want to go as broad as to say life, but
Yeah.
the things that we value most, I
Mm-hmm.
suppose, time would be the most valuable, and that there's no replenishing it.
Exactly.
There's no rebate. There's no return. And monetizing it, I mean, if you're clocked in, you're monetizing time. Often, and especially being living in those two worlds, of course, time could be a currency in both.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that the trajectory of the digital world is monetizing data as well. So
Exactly. But that data only matters in the real world. Think about it. When I pick up my phone and I get to choose, do I go to TikTok? Do I go to Facebook? Do I go to X? Where do I go? And that company is now monetizing the time. And they're getting the data, right?
So the time that they're monetizing is based on the time that you are spending producing the metadata that they're
Exactly.
down to time.
Everything comes down to time. So today and tomorrow, how many todays do you own?
Just about one.
Just one. How many tomorrows do you own?
Unforeseen.
Every fucking one.
But what if we don't have one?
Exactly. That's why what you do today is the most important decision you make in your journey through time.
I agree with that.
What team you decide to be a part of is the most important decision you make in your journey through time.
So then, to be fiscally responsible in this sense, you would have to be inherently present within each moment.
Exactly.
That this is going to resonate, and like taking things moment by moment.
Exactly.
Instead of, I guess, getting caught up in the
Net worth, what's in my bank account, all of that is irrelevant. Because you can't go back. It's important, like we have to be able to function as a society. The way I look at it, I don't know about you, but I love driving on roads.
As do I.
Like,
driving. It's a pleasure. Even with all the crazy other drivers that I deal with, it's like a zen moment for me as long as the person in front of me uses their turn signal. My gosh, it's little things.
So, I hate paving roads. I've never done it, but I'm guessing.
Road work.
Road work in general. And so, someone had to pave every single road I drive on. And they probably got paid 20, 30, 40 bucks an hour. Guess how long that road has provided value?
Yeah, we're talking about 76
years,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so it's the team you're on throughout the years that makes a difference. And so that's my entire goal, is to go out and build the biggest goddamn team in the world.
And like with the age of connectivity that we have, where your audience could be millions within
Someone, I've been trying to explain this concept for 2 years. I've lost 4 jobs trying to explain it, trying to live it, trying to show people. Because at the end of the day, the most important part about the First Amendment is using it.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? And
It's
so
less of a concept and more of a practice.
exactly. Like having those words in there, if you're afraid to actually back it up with action, what good is it? And so that's what I'm trying to do, is just live my life as if I am going to die tomorrow. And today, I'm going to try and change the world for my kids.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to inhabit this today with you.
Right? Exactly. So
That's awesome.
that is the mission I'm on. And like going into people's houses, I believe change is going to start at the kitchen table,
I
right?
agree.
And so it starts one person, one conversation at a time. And so my goal over the next 10 years is to get so good at having these conversations that I record sales conversations 4 or 5 a day and promote them over and over. And I drive attention to service experts. I drive revenue.
Oh, you're outside? Don't worry about it, dude. Not a problem.
We've just been chilling, talking.
We've been having an illuminating conversation, man.
Good. How are you?
Nice glasses.
Thank you.
What up? See it.
Oh.
I've been brought into the future and in the present in about 10 minutes, so you say we can't time travel. We just did.
Dude, and that's what I think is so funny. People don't see, I believe life is a single player game, but it's a team sport.
Life is a team sport?
Life is a team sport. We're all on a team,
Yeah.
Okay.
right? But I will never live in your head, and you will never live in my head. You will never know my thoughts. You will never know my connections. You will never know what I'm planning. You will never know anything I'm doing. Only I know that. It's a single player game, but it's a team sport.
It definitely is a team sport and a single player game. I understand what you're saying.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
Man of the hour.
Woohoo!